We're back. Another one. Tuesday, December 8th, episode 159, Yinzertainment podcast.
You sound so thrilled.
We have not drowned ourselves in alcohol yet. It is forthcoming, I do believe, but it has not happened yet. We're here, episode 159, after a tough Steelers L. First L of the season, moving them to 11-1. We have two games to talk about here, by the way. But when we podcasted last week, Steelers had not played. So they played the Ravens on Wednesday, and then they played Washington yesterday. Which you forget about the Ravens win because of this past game, you know.
Yep.
It's tough. Let's unpack it all. Alex isn't here today. I'll be back next week though. Don't you fucking worry about it. You know?
Yeah, hope everything's well with him.
A-okay. New hat today, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that I'm wearing. Usually wear that Touch Tunes jaunt. Got the Callaway golf hat on today. Sporting a little something new, dude.
Right on, dude. Good for
Old
you.
hat. Old hat, new look. That's all I'm going to say about that. But, oh, by the way, Michael got a new pair of shoes that he's really excited about. So why don't you just go ahead and show the people.
I don't want anyone to steal my style, dude.
Your style sucks. Nobody wants it. You can keep it. Now explain to me and anyone else what the fuck we're looking at here.
It's the Nike Air Jordan Delta Breathe, dude.
Oh, Delta Bravo, brother.
Yeah, you already know.
That's dope.
Sick.
New kicks.
Got it off the sneakers app.
Size of those like 9?
10. That's why I have a hard time getting shoes off the sneakers app because I feel like that's the most common size.
Pretty popular one. I wouldn't know. The 13, because I don't have a little pecker.
Well, since Tappy is not here, he told me for one of the shoes that we tried to get, he tried to get like a size 6.5. And I was like, for you or for your girlfriend? I didn't ask, but I was like, oh, well, that's
maybe it's an uncommon size.
Because, yeah, but then why would you want to get a shoe that's an uncommon?
That's a good point. It's a good
It's like, what would you do with a size 6 shoe?
Sell it. Somebody who wears a size 6.
A 12-year-old?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Go to the elementary school.
Get your mom's checkbook.
Yeah. Write it out to T Swizzle.
T-Y?
T-Y. Just write it out to Hilton, baby. Okay, let's unpack this here. Ravens. We'll start with the good. Ravens on Wednesday. Sweet to have a game on Wednesday. Didn't like that it had to be the Steelers.
Would have been a lot sweeter to have it on Thanksgiving night.
Yeah, no fucking shit, dude. But yeah, squeak that one out. Let's pull up the notes here, I guess. The old notes. I don't remember what happened. We could talk about yesterday's game, but
19-14, RG3 was 7 for 12, 33 yards and a pick. Trace McSorley was 2 for 6, 77 yards and a touchdown. Trace McSorley, he played like a baller.
He did. And
I hated it because he was the opposing quarterback, but it's like that was like the first energy that I feel like that we saw from Mason when Mason first ever came out before he got hit. Like he was out there like, let's go.
Yeah.
It was dope. Well,
from what I understand, McSorley's kind of just like that's his attitude, but like he's got that baller mentality. Like I'm just gonna go ball out. I don't know if Mason's necessarily the fucking I'm a ball out type of dude. He seems more like the I'm gonna give it my all, and I know that I'm prepared for this type of thing.
And I know that there's people better than me.
Yeah, I know I don't necessarily belong in this spot, but it's we're working with what we got. It's whatever. Something in the Ravens game, and we'll talk about it here about in the Washington game too, but Steelers have been going for it on fourth down quite a bit in the past couple of games here. Did it against the Ravens, and wouldn't you know it, 4th and 2, Ben throws a pick, and the rest is history, as they say.
Yeah, they were 0 for 2 on fourth down in that game.
Pretty sure they were in the Washington game too. I could be wrong on that. We'll get to it. We will get to it. Ray McLeod, another common theme between both games, but in the Ravens game, he muffs a punt, and the Ravens ended up recovering it. I don't know. Saw it in the Washington game too with him. He seems kind of like
Skittish.
unsure. Yeah, unsure about shit. I don't know what happened. He fucking balled out the first 6 games. And then
they
probably,
said. I mean, he's leading the league in punt or kick return or punt return yards.
well, it's because the defense is eating and forcing all these punts, but he probably also leads in fucking
Him
returns.
and Deontay tied for muffs.
No shit. You know what? I don't blame him for liking a good muff, dude. Who doesn't?
Right there with you.
You show me a man who doesn't like muff, and I'll show you a liar, dude. Dude, yeah, I mean, let's just keep riding this train of common themes between both games.
Cool, because the Steelers had 7 drops last night, and that's their most over the last 15 seasons and most by any team this season. And now they have a league high 31 passes dropped this year, which is 10 more than anyone else.
It's
everyone.
It's not just one person. It's literally all of the receivers that we have.
Everyone.
I saw in the past 2 games.
Even the running backs.
Yeah. In the past 2 games, I have seen every single one of the offensive players that can catch a ball
drop at least 2.
Yeah. It
was bad. Ebron had 3, I think, last night.
3?
I know he had at least 3.
Yeah. And, okay, we're just going to blend games here because I'm sick of trying to differentiate between the two. So I'm just going to talk about how it is. You know what I'm saying? What was I going to say, though? I totally forgot. What were we just talking about?
We were talking about dropping the ball.
Yes.
And before that, we were talking about muffing punts and punt return in McLeod.
It's a matter of the receivers have fucking feet for hands. Also, in key situations, just not throwing to the right people. And by that, I mean on 4th down yesterday in the Washington game, we threw a wheel route or whatever it was to Anthony McFarland, who has played maybe 40 snaps all year, a rookie. You've given him the ball to run maybe a total of 20 times, and you're going to throw to him.
I don't think he has a catch logged yet this year either.
That would make sense because guess what? Never seen them throw the ball to Anthony McFarland. And in due time, sure, I think the kid could be great. And I think he's shown flashes of, doing really good things. But in a 4th and 1 situation or whatever it was, in a key situation like that, that's the difference, dude. Like, you think fucking, I don't know, insert great quarterback here. You think fucking Aaron Rodgers is looking for Jamal Williams on 4th and 1 on a pass? No, he's going Devontae. That's the dude.
McFarland does have 5 catches, is what this says. But, yeah, and Brett even said, he's like, where's Juju? Why aren't they throwing it to Juju? And they started to at the end when they needed to and realized that they were going to fucking lose. Like, that sucked.
Not even like, oh, you got to throw it to Juju in that situation, but you got to throw it to one of the 3 top receivers you have on your team, fucking Juju, Claypool, maybe not Deontay in the past few days, but fucking, I don't know. Ebron's a good...
Dude, Deontay's put up over 20 points in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, but he's also had like 5 drops each game in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, but he's also seen the most targets. And he's also produced the most.
Yeah, well.
I hate the Deontay slander. He's fucking nasty.
He is nasty, dude. He is. And there's no doubting that at all. But he has some work to do.
And of course, when they all do. Yeah. Every single one of them, starting from the center to fucking everybody.
Yeah.
But I knew I was going to get a text from either you or Tapia when Deontay trucked the guy. Yeah. And he's like, see, that's what happened. And I'm like, there's one fucking time. Like,
It was one time, but I was very, very proud of him for that one time.
It was sick.
I
mean, that could be part of his plan where it's like, oh, the defender thinks I'm going to try to cut or juke, and I'm just going to run right through him. Like, it's like, I trust him. Yeah. It's like when people say, oh, you're going the wrong direction, you got to go this route. It's like, no, I'm following the GPS, the core, like that. They know what they're doing.
I literally have a note in my phone that says DJ lowers fucking shoulder one time. And that's the note. And
parentheses, give McGrory shit.
Yeah. And I fucking loved it. No, listen, I'm a huge proponent of DJ. I think he's going to do great things for years to come, but it's the drops need to stop. I won't even criticize his fucking, trying to juke everybody out and shit. Like, do you? That's whatever. As long as you hang on to that ball. But number one rule, you got to catch and hang on to the ball. So.
Yeah, and of course, there's no. I'm on the Steelers site, and of course, they don't have drops.
Of course. Juju, speaking of. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, like, the top 3 receiving yard leaders on the Steelers is Deontay with 654, Chase Claypool with 649, and Juju with 600. Like,
everybody eat.
Do you know how sick that is?
It's really sick. You're gonna have what's like 1,000 yards a good number for receiving?
Yeah, Stephon Diggs just hit 1,000 yards for the 3rd straight season, I believe.
Yeah, like you're gonna have 3 1,000 yard.
Well, don't get ahead of yourself, but yeah, that would
potentially.
Yes, and
on pace for.
Here and then, can you guess who? Oh wait, yeah. Can you guess who the next leading or next? So I said those 3. Can you guess who the 4th would be?
Ebron.
Yeah. And then really quick, while we're on the topic, touchdowns: Juju 6, Deontay 5, Ebron 4. Frickin' James has 4, and Claypool has 8. That's insane.
That's just receiving touchdowns. He's also reigned 2 in, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, Claypool, yeah. He has.
But dude, Juju, he hasn't been getting the targets like he was last year. Obviously, he's the number 1 threat option. He's getting double covered. Teams aren't dumb, but he's been producing in situations where we need him to produce, where I feel like in years prior, it's been a little shaky. A lot of people like to bring up the fumble last year against, I don't even know what the fuck team, but
Saints.
But he's been balling out,
another
man.
one too.
And when he's called on, he fucking produces. Like you say, he's got 6 touchdowns. He's got 600 yards. But more importantly, I think his physicality has just fucking through the fuck. That was a bad whistle. Through the fucking roof. Against the Ravens, I don't know if you caught it. I'm sure you did. He grown man handled that fucking cornerback on the Ravens. He was running up the sideline and he fucking.
Yeah, I saw it. It wasn't Marcus Peters, was it?
No, it was somebody who's older, apparently.
Yeah.
Because everyone on Twitter was like, that was like a 36-year-old veteran fucking washed cornerback. But it's like, yeah, he's still a grown-ass man on a football field, though. And Juju bodied that boy. So I'm liking what I'm seeing from a physical standpoint, from Juju. So
I like everything about Juju. Pause. Since he got in the league 2017, he had 917 yards and 7 touchdowns with a long touchdown of 97. The next year, he had 111 receptions for 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns, and a long TD of 97. That's fucking insane your first 2 years. And then last year, he only put up 552 and 3 TDs with no quarterback. And this year he's got 6, as we just mentioned. He's killing it.
I mean, yeah, he is, and I think it gets kind of lost in the mix considering there's so many offensive weapons that are doing great things. And it's like, well, where's Juju? What's he doing? But he is doing.
They're all doing. And you said all the fumbles, right? That when you talk to a Pittsburgh fan, they're gonna say, "Oh, well, Juju, he's not clutch. He fumbles, and he needs to learn how to hang on to the ball." He has 3 career fumbles and 2 career fumbles lost.
In how many years has he been on the team? 4?
I
3?
just said, he
I missed it.
started in 2017.
Okay, so you said that, but
So this is his 4th season.
in years, you got to put it to me in a number, dude.
This is his 4th season.
4th. I mean, dude, that's less than 1 a season, and he's been starting for all 4 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Games starting in 2017 was 7, and then 13, 12, and then 11 this year.
Okay.
So yeah,
I was like 11. Yeah, that makes sense. Wait, no, he played 12. Did he sit? Was he out one game?
maybe this is just wrong. The Steelers site, it says games 12, and then games started 11.
Maybe he sit. Maybe he did sit a game. I can't fucking remember.
I don't remember either.
Huh, whatever. Not important. Either way, moral of the fucking story is Juju is that dude.
Yeah, he's sick.
Dude's sick with it. And listen, he needs to teach these young cats a thing or two.
He was a Pro Bowl alternate in 2018 after putting up 111 receptions, 1,400 yards, and 7 touchdowns. A Pro Bowl alternate.
I mean, it's not important. You don't have to look, but I'm wondering who the fuck were the starters at wide receiver and what their numbers look like. I'm sure it was warranted, but you know.
Yeah.
I mean, 1,400 yards is a lot of yards, dude.
AFC Pro Bowl roster in 2018. Wide receivers: Antonio Brown, DeAndre Hopkins, AJ Green, Keenan Allen, Jarvis Landry, T.Y. Hilton.
I mean, yeah, those dudes are all really good.
Yeah.
Especially circa 2018. Anyways, it's good that he's healthy now because we need him, and that seems to be an issue for the Steelers. I don't want to say this whole season, but in recent games, the injuries, dude. Against the Ravens, Bud Dupree goes down, out for the year, ACL tear. I told Alex as we were watching it, I fucking watched him plant that leg and go down, and I was like, he just fucking tore it, dude. ACL's done.
I know. I was watching it because Brett got the new TV.
Oh, yeah. How is that thing?
It's big. Went downstairs to watch it, right? And Aaron was over, and we're sitting there, and that play happened, and I saw exactly what you did. And I was like, oh, no. Stood up, walked in the kitchen. They're like, oh, he just tripped. Like, no, like he was hitting the floor because he's mad that he tripped and he didn't tackle him. And I was like,
oh, I knew right away.
Being the nice guy, I was like, yeah. I mean, I could be wrong, but it definitely looked like he ripped his shit. And then the next day or that night, I told my mom and Aaron, I was like, remember that guy that tripped last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done for the season.
Tripped his way right onto the IR.
Oh my god,
it's fucking brutal. And dude, it's a hard spot to fill. Like, it's fucking Bud Dupree. He's the man. He's that dude.
And it is tough because we had lost Devin Bush already.
Right. So
and then we lose Bud, and people were, saying that, oh, well, Bud and TJ work together. So if one of them's not there, will the other one still be able to?
Oh,
and this last game, we found out that absolutely TJ's TJ.
Yeah, TJ's gonna TJ, dude. I mean, how could you even fucking throw that idea out into the fucking world? Like, what? TJ's gonna TJ, bro. He had a sack yesterday, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
He also got called for a fucking bullshit penalty. I don't want to get into
That
it.
holding one.
Yeah.
He
Considering
definitely
he gets held on every fucking play that he is in.
Yeah, but it's like that play was designed to throw it to that guy. I think that he put his arm around and kind of threw down.
Yeah, well, McKissick can suck it, dude.
Yo, that's another thing that I don't want to change subjects, but I'm going to. Antonio Gibson got hurt and didn't play.
Yeah.
When that happened, I was like, pew, might put the house on the Steelers' money line.
Yeah. And guess what? I don't even know his first name. McKissick? Who the fuck is this guy? All I could think of is fucking riffraff. Fucking.
Yep.
Yeah. But it's like,
dude,
JD
McKissick.
Why do we let these no-name running backs just run all over us?
Joke's on you, because J.D. McKissick only had 5 carries and 8 yards. It was Peyton Barber who had 14 attempts, 23 yards, and a score.
How many receiving yards did McKissick have?
Holy fuck! Joke's on me.
Yeah, the dude balled out yesterday.
10 receptions.
Yeah.
As a running back.
Yeah.
It's like some Le'Veon Bell shit.
I know. I felt like the ball was always in that dude's hands and we just couldn't stop him.
See, and that's and Terry McLaurin, 2 receptions, 14 yards.
Well, that's the thing, dude. You fucking Gibson goes out and then we held McLaurin to that.
Yeah, but we also
you gotta win that game.
I forgot who it was that tweeted it, but it was like the turning point in the game was when the Cam Sims got like a 31-yard first down, where it's like that led to the Peyton Barber touchdown. And also when they ran the clock out and then brought that, like I saw a notification or something that said the refs fucked that up.
Yeah, you can't. So
like it wasn't someone that just tweeted it. It was like a legitimate, like
it was 4th down. So Alex Smith left the field, and typically you're supposed to leave the ball. You leave the ball. In any other scenario, you leave the ball.
I know what he did. He did that on purpose.
Yeah,
obviously,
of course he did that on purpose.
Which is like, yeah, cool. But the refs didn't catch that, or refs
the
didn't do anything to.
Walks off the field with the ball. They don't have another one to place. Stop the clock. Free timeout for Washington. They kick the field goal. That was the turning point. Right before half.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It was absolute horseshit. And while we're on the topic of it, sorry to hop all over the jaunt on you, but the refereeing, not even just in the Steelers games, in the NFL as a whole this year, has been nothing short of atrocious. Atrocious. Dude, I can't talk today. I don't know what the fuck's wrong.
Yeah. You okay?
I've literally, you know what?
Are you having a stroke?
What is it? What happens when you get Bell's palsy?
Are you gonna Bell's palsy?
Yeah.
The frick is that?
Maybe I did have a stroke. I've been slurring my words quite a bit. Stumbling. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. But anyways.
Or you're leaning towards that. You would have known if you had a stroke.
I don't think so. You can have a miniature stroke, especially as a young person, and have no idea. Easy money, dude. Either way, I'm not a doctor, but I'm also not a referee, but I feel like I have the right to bitch about the refereeing.
As a fan, you absolutely do.
Dude, like something like you just said, what happened in yesterday's game. It's like, how do you allow that to happen? You have one job, and it's to get the game going correctly. You just couldn't do it.
Yeah, but it's rigged.
Exactly, dude. It's all rigged. All rigged. So, I mean, every game we see it, shitty calls left and right. But we only watch the Steelers game like that intensely. So it's like you see it even more so in the game, like this when the Steelers play. But
what makes me think this game was rigged is because the Washington football team, who doesn't have a name, their money line was like plus 220. That's not a lot. For a 4-7 team that doesn't have a name to stroll into Pittsburgh, who's undefeated.
In Pittsburgh.
Who's undefeated. And then, their star running back goes out. So, like, plus 220. Come on, man. So I knew something was up when I saw that.
I knew something was up.
Because why would they give him that good of a line?
Yeah. I don't know,
On
man.
a fucking Monday at 4.
Well, I mean, if you take into consideration that the fact that the Steelers just played a game on Wednesday and they're coming off of 4 days of rest, I mean, and the injuries. So it's like, yes, I can see it. Which is, and I will never blame it on this, but you have to obviously understand that playing 2 games in a matter of 4 days is definitely going to have an effect on the team and their ability to play. And we clearly saw that. It's no excuse as to why we lost the game against Washington, but I mean, you had to kind of see that coming.
What I didn't see coming is being stopped on the half-inch yard line 4 times.
Literally, we had 4 plays from the 1 inch from the goal line, and we could not get the ball in. Why do we pay $10 million to Derek Watt to never fucking give him the ball on the goal line?
He missed a huge block.
Did he?
Yeah, on the goal line. I think it was the 4th down where Snell ran outside and Watt was the fullback here, and he was supposed to come out and get this guy, but he kind of just put his arm out, and that dude came in while Chase Young came from the left. And
either way,
but
4 attempts on the goal line. What
do you pay your quarterback for? Which his name is Big Ben.
And I know in his older age.
Fuck that. Have Snell and Watt just push him in.
It's so easy, dude. It's so easy, but yeah, it wasn't.
Try it one. We don't know if it was or not because it didn't happen. Just try it one time.
Right. And this is something too that I've been, as far as an offensive line goes, I just assume okay, they block and they block. But apparently there's, from what I've seen on Steelers Twitter, is that the Steelers offensive line is a good pass blocking team, but they're not a good run blocking team because they don't have the offensive line type that pushes the line forward. It's more of a you come to me type of thing.
Just prevent them from getting behind me.
I guess it's called a zone.
A base line? Zone, or
I don't know. I don't fucking understand any of it. But all I know is apparently it's not a good running offensive line. But I mean,
it's because there's only 3 people. That's the way their defense. It's like a 3-4 defense, I think, or something where they only have 3 people on the line, but it looks like they have a lot more because they have 2 linebackers that are on the line edge rushing.
Yeah.
And then that's where they have their back, or then they've got the 3 linebackers and then secondary. Where
the story is
that's not. I mean, you have to have the best players there.
Yeah. But I mean, dude, just push forward one time. You could have fucking snuck your arm in under the center's legs, dude. Just fucking come on.
Well, I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but when you're that close, you go, if I'm Ben, you go, hike. Like, you just literally have to get it over there for just a second. Like, come on.
Every other single team in the NFL on a 1-inch play is running the ball in with their quarterback. I don't care who that quarterback is. It could be fucking Nick Mullins. He's running it in, dude.
And if they don't get it, then you go to the running back. Like, that I understand. You don't, I mean, this isn't Madden where I would try a QB sneak 4 times in a row.
3 downs in a row.
But, like,
yeah,
it's the guy who's closest to the goal line, and he's the biggest one out of Watt and fucking Snell.
Yeah, I mean, he's literally the biggest dude on that offense.
Also, what I did in Madden one time is I put Mean Joe Green in at fullback to get a touchdown. So do you think they could do that with like Ebron or do that?
Well, I don't know. They tried throwing the ball to an offensive lineman. Why not use them to run it in? By the way, Zach Banner was pissed.
Or I would recommend using the lineman to just block.
Mm-hmm.
and then using your skilled players to take care of that.
Again, goes back to like you need to pick a better person to throw to in that situation. We were talking about McFarland. Like, dude, you're on the 1 yard line and you tried to throw it to a lineman in the end zone.
Yeah.
How about James Washington or somebody?
Or
Whatever.
Juju on a fucking crossing route, or Claypool go up and get it. You're bigger than everybody else on the defense.
All comes back to the fucking play calling. I want Randy Fickner fired yesterday. I need it, dude. If he is still calling the play, listen, if it comes out and it's like he's not the one calling the plays, I will take back all the negative I've said about him. But I'm pretty sure he is. And if it is the case, then what are you doing, dude?
What the fuck is this, dude?
What the fuck is this, dude? I mean, pull up the fucking.
Though.
Can you pull up the running stats from yesterday's game? I think we ran the ball. What'd you say? 12 times.
It was 4 from McFarland, 8 from Snell, 1 from Jalen, and it says that Ben had an attempt.
So we had 13 rushes for
21 yards.
Dude, I am right there every time.
And no one scored.
That's not going to get it done. And if your running game is getting shut out like that, cool. Go back to the dink and dunk for your short gain.
I don't agree with it, but it appears that they are really dependent on James Conner.
Yes.
They don't trust any of their other running backs to try to run the ball. And I'm not a big fan of running the ball, but they do it with James Conner all the time. Just to kill the play clock or something. They just run it up the middle with James, and he's been doing great this season, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
so why do you not do that? I guess they gave Benny Snell 8 carries, but
we were winning most of the game. You could have given it to him a little bit more.
They were 70. The Steelers were 78, 1-1 at home when leading by 14 or more points. And now they're 78, 1-2.
Yeah.
Dude, they were up 14-0 in the first quarter, and then they scored 3 points the remainder of the game. It was the lowest scoring total they've had all season. The last 2 games have been their lowest 2 scoring totals.
Not having Boswell this game fucked us. We had some rookie kicker who we wouldn't put in for the 45-yard field goal, which could have fucking sealed the deal for us at some point.
See, but that's kind of like I was just saying, not having trust in your other running backs. Just fucking let the guy kick it. What do you have to lose?
I'm with you there. I mean,
he's a kicker.
You got to kick. You want to kick it and get the points.
And he did well up until that point. He didn't give you a reason to not trust him.
Right. So, I don't know, man.
Dude, literally, you put up the 2 lowest scoring totals in the last 2 weeks, both at home.
How many deep balls did we see this past week? This past game, rather.
I can't confirm that
Not
stat.
Many. Not enough, I feel.
Not many.
It's never enough.
But,
try to stretch the field out.
They mentioned it on the game, one of the commentators, that they haven't been very successful down the field, like deep balls. And we could be like, oh no, Claypool had one, James had, but I feel like every time Ben throws the ball down the field, it's a really bad throw.
I guess I should rephrase that. I don't mean necessarily deep balls, but how about instead of
You stop. Don't even. I hate it. It's 3rd and 4, so I'm going to throw it to Claypool on a 1-yard slant while there's 2 people right there, and then we get 1 yard.
Exactly.
And then we punt it. No. Wait for him to go 4 yards, cut up and in, secure the catch, bam, first down.
And I hate saying it like this because it's like,
it's fucking
who the
pathetic.
Fuck am I? I'm not an athlete. I couldn't do what these guys are doing. But
you could design something better.
I have the wherewithal to know, hey, what you're doing, it ain't fucking working. You need to fix it. Maybe you could try this and it might work.
And it's tough to say that it's not working because it worked for 11 weeks up until now.
Listen,
but I'm with you. You cannot win ball games like that continuously. Teams will pick that up and eat your shit.
If our offense plays the way it has the past 2 or 3 games going forward, dude, the Buffalo Bills, I don't know if you watched that game yesterday, they're going to shit stomp us. They're going to push our shit in. PSI.
I don't think so, but I think that they are a very, very scary team. And it's a scary matchup. Definitely coming up.
The plain and simple, Steelers just need to bring their fucking A game.
Oh, absolutely. And it's like the Bills don't really have a run game, do they? Singletary.
Singletary's pretty good.
Well, I guess I have the preview up right here.
You don't really need it when fucking Josh Allen throws the ball 50 times to Stephon Diggs and company. I mean, fucking Cole Beasley yesterday had like 150 reception yards.
Cole Beasley's sick. I like he's been on the waiver wire throughout the whole year, and I keep looking at him and I'm like, this guy almost scores every game.
Yeah.
He's sick.
Their offense is good.
Dude, Stephon Diggs. Josh Allen is what Ravens fans think Lamar is.
Yeah.
Straight up. Josh Allen has a fucking cannon for an arm. He appears to have a very great IQ on the field, and he can fucking run the ball.
Very mobile for a tall white dude.
And I feel like he's not necessarily looking to run the ball first option. Obviously, he's a gunslinger, but if it's there, I will take off on you.
Yeah, gotta respect
and that's where I feel like that's where the Steelers' defense is kind of iffy. Is they'll focus on like the top player on the other team, but they'll let a Travis Fulgham or fucking Sims. The Steelers didn't give up a receiving touchdown to a tight end since week 2. And Logan Thomas had 9 receptions, 98 yards, and a score.
You want to know why? Because Vince Williams was dropping into coverage on him. That's why.
And that reminds me, Josh Gordon reinstated. Remember Vince Williams covering Josh Gordon 70 yards down the field, like getting blown out 30-3 against the Patriots.
Yeah, dude, it's going to be a tough road ahead. They need to figure it the fuck out. I mean, it's going to come down to is if we can stay healthy. You know, a lot of people specifically on the defense hurt, dude. Spillane went down this past game. He's backing up Devin Bush, who was out now for the year with a knee injury, and now Spillane's got his own. So we saw Highsmith this week into Bud Dupree.
I'm confident
Love it.
in him.
He played well. He looked good. But now it's going to be Avery Williamson that's coming in for Spillane, and
let's get it.
We got a glimpse of him yesterday. Looked okay. I'm about it. I'm not worried.
I ain't scared. Avery Williamson, he led the team in tackles.
Yeah.
6 tackles.
So there you go.
That's great. Dude, Mike Hilton. Can we shout out our boy Mike?
I specifically put a note in my phone to say that.
Dude, he
balled out yesterday.
Say what you want to say, because I saw it.
That's all I want to say. He's amazing. I think he's the best thing to happen to this defense since sliced bread. I know that doesn't make sense.
Since James Harrison when they first got him.
Circa 2010. Yeah.
Was it nice before that? Because he returned a touchdown for 100 yards in 2010 at right before halftime. Mike Hilton, so sick. He is I don't want to say that he reminds me of Nate Robinson because of Nate Robinson just got knocked the fuck out.
Shit kick.
But Nate Robinson's famous quote or his motto is heart over height. And Mike Hilton's the smallest guy in the field.
Yeah, by far.
No question.
Yeah.
But he plays like a fucking dog. He's like I think we've said it before. I think I said it before. He's like a Palomalu. Yeah. He's all over the place, bro. He'll drop into coverage and pick a ball off. He will fly in unblocked, sack. He's all over the place.
He made that huge 4th and 1 stop yesterday, dude. It was nutty.
He played phenomenal, and yeah, I agree. He's great.
Well, I love
the defense.
Everyone on that defense. He is far and away my favorite player on that. I think the team as a whole, I can safely say. It's that Ole Miss blood, son.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Willie Cooper, too.
Willie.
But yeah, man, injuries are going to we need to stay healthy. Fucking Nelson out already. You know, last game, Sutton was in for him, which...
Sutton, he's good. He played well.
Yeah.
He gave up that one, was it the touchdown?
Yeah.
But he was so close to picking it.
Yeah. And he's a young dude too still, so it's like
just like in Madden, he held triangle and went for the aggressive catch when he probably should have just went for R1 and swatted that shit.
Yeah, well, Ben hit the circle button on him, son.
Yeah, not the B button.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, before and above all else, I am a PS2 guy. So, going back to the roots there. That's all.
I feel that.
On the other side of the ball, Hayden went out this game. I think he's okay. He came back in, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe he didn't, but Justin Lane came in for him. We didn't get to see much from it, but
he had 4 tackles, Justin Lane.
Yeah, I have faith in Justin Lane to get the job done. Dude balls out, Michigan State product. So
I feel like he wants to or should have that mentality of I'm going to ball the fuck out when I get the chance, because we've been talking about him on the podcast for, a little
Since
bit
he
now.
Got drafted.
And he hasn't, we've never talked about him really because he hasn't done shit.
Yeah.
He doesn't get the playing time.
He performs well on special teams for sure.
Yeah. But it's good to see him.
But yeah, so name of the game, dude. Name of the game is just stay healthy. And another short week here for the Steelers going into Sunday against the Bills. Is that in Buffalo?
It is.
That's going to be tough. It's going to make things a little more difficult.
Especially if it's going to be snowing, dude.
Is it supposed to?
I don't know. It's Buffalo. It's cold.
When you mention Buffalo, I immediately think like Alaska, where it's just always snowing. Like I think that's what Buffalo's like. Where it's just if it's wintertime in Buffalo, it's constantly snowing.
I picture like a frozen Niagara Falls. Like it's that fucking cold.
It's like the coldest place on earth. But it's not, dude. It's just not true.
It's just Buffalo.
It's just Buffalo.
They got Bills and Sabres.
And soldiers.
How could I forget?
All right, so going into Sunday's game, is this tell me it's a nooner or is it a 3? What time?
Before I answer that, so they just had a nice two game home stretch. Now they're going on the road at Buffalo. Game is at 7:30 or 7:20 at night, Sunday Night Football.
Another primetime game.
And then the following week, they're at Cincinnati, Monday night, 7:15 game.
You said Sunday night this week?
Sunday night this week at 7:20. Prime time.
I hate that, dude, because it's like...
And the Bills are favored by 1.5.
Yeah.
Which could give me a nice, juicy money line on a Steelers alternate -6.5.
Ooh, buddy.
especially if James Conner's back and Marquise Pouncey's back.
I think Pouncey will be. That's another name I didn't even mention, but Pouncey has been out for a minute now, and that just kind of fucking hurts. So yeah, we get a healthy squad back, we'll be all right, man. I mean, trust the process, all that cliche shit. It's cool. Receivers will figure it out, hopefully.
Yeah, it's like you said is 1,000 yards good for receiver. Stephon Diggs has 1,037 yards on 121 targets. He's got eight drops and 90 catches. Juju has 73 catches.
How many drops?
And 2. And he's 400 yards away. So it's like, just give Juju some more targets and he would have the same thing.
Yeah. Exactly, dude. It's all semantics,
Facts. The last time these two teams played was December 15th, 2019, and the Bills won 17-10.
When? Just give me the year.
December 15th, 2019.
Oh, okay, so they did play last year. Huh.
The Bills' offense is 10th in total yards, 3rd in total passing yards, and they're 1st in 3rd down conversions. However, their defense does not stack up to ours. Their defense is 22nd ranked in total yards. They have the 20th ranked passing defense and the 24th ranked rushing defense, and they give up 25 points a game.
All right, so let's do predictions. Predictions. I'll start us, dude. Hey, by the way, Alex texted us and asked us what our predictions were, I said Benny Snell, and I just because I don't know why, but every week prior I've said James Washington, and guess who caught a touchdown? James Washington. So
Did he? Good for him.
yeah. But anyway, it might have gotten called back. I don't know. Whatever. Either way, my prediction. This is tough. Let's start with player first. I'm going James Conner. If he's back in action, dude, he's going to get back after it, hopefully. Score. Said -1 is the spread.
Both the Bills and the Steelers offenses this year are averaging 27.8 points a game. They're both tied for 7th in the league at 28.7 or 27.8 points a game.
Okay.
The Steelers only give up 17 and the Bills give up 25.
Steelers 23, Bills 20. Bills 20.
Are you writing this down?
No. Tappy has been writing them down, and guess what? I haven't heard a single one from him at the next week.
Because I don't believe he's actually writing them down.
I'm pretty sure he's just faking it.
Ty says 23-20. And who? JC? JC 30?
Yeah.
Fuck.
What's it gonna be, Hoss?
I bet you.
I don't need you to bet me. I just need you to guess.
Oh, especially if the Steelers. Oh my God, yeah. Right now, their money line is +125.
Hammer it.
No, they're +2 at -110. I'm gonna take them at least -3.5.
Damn, dude, that's bold.
No, because it's gonna be. Oh man, the Bills' offense is gonna push the Steelers' offense. I think like the defense.
It's gonna be an offensive battle. I'm pretty sure of it.
Yeah, the defense. Our defense can only do so much, and
well, like I said, dude, I fucked yesterday. I like to call the defense the government because they bail the offense out just as much as the government bails out these corporations. It's crazy, bro.
It's facts.
And then I call the offense puberty because they keep dropping these balls, yo.
Let's go with the 37-28.
Dude, whoa. 37? Really?
Yep.
After what we just saw?
After what we just saw the last 2 weeks, I think they put up 37 points combined.
Damn,
what's 19 plus 17? Hold on, let me use my TI 96. 36 points.
Damn. You crazy, bruh.
And to score?
Insert offensive player here.
Insert here. Stephon Diggs.
Okay, but I mean, like, from our team?
Oh, for the Steelers?
I mean, I guess we never clarified that it had to be a Steelers player.
That's facts.
No way, dude. Cole Beasley's going to torch us. I already know it.
I'm going to call for a defensive special teams touchdown.
Stepping on Tappy's toes with that Ray McLeod shit right there.
See, but what's cool about FanDuel, and I'm sure other sites, is like you can do anytime touchdown score. So you pick Pittsburgh's defense / special teams and Ray McLeod, because if the special teams returns a touchdown, it's going to be Ray McLeod. And then especially if the defense returns oh my God, that's fucking bang, bang, bang. Lots of cheddar cheese. So I'm going defense, special teams.
Damn, okay. Fair enough. Guess we'll have to find out. Another primetime game, Sunday night in Buffalo. Going to be tough, going to be cold. Could be snowing. We'll have to find out. We'll let you know next episode. Going to be 160 next week. Episode, that is. So we'll be back then. Don't miss us too much, you know what I'm saying? Yinzertainment.com. Check us out there. Social media links, the podcast links, they're all on there. Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We're on the gram. We're on Twitter. We're check out the YouTube channel. Subscribe while you're there. We have 45 subscribers. I'm actually kind of surprised about that number. But yeah,
decent.
Make it 46. Why don't you?
Make it 100. Let's get it.
Give me that hundy, son. Back next week, episode 160. Like we said, hopefully with a Steelers W to talk about because this shit was depressing, bro.
The way you started it off was just brutal. You just sounded like you didn't want to be here.
Well, that's just how I go.
I felt disrespected.
Well, I don't respect you, so that makes sense.
Okay, well, I feel better now. Feel better now that that's confirmed, and I wasn't just worrying about it.
Hey, like your sweatshirt says, fuck them. We out of here.